There are some truly fantastic and breathtaking places around the world that make you wonder just how they exist. These beautiful fairy tale-like sites are extremely popular locales for tourists, filmmakers, authors, and dreamers alike. And it's quite easy to see why. Join me as I walk you through the list of fairy tale locations that really exist. Number 12. New Schwannstein Castle. This humongous castle looks too darn good to be a real place, but it wouldn't be here if it weren't a real place. Duh. You can find this beautiful locale in southwest Bavaria, Germany, up on the hill above the village of Hohenschwangau. The castle is a 19th century Romanesque revival palace and was commissioned by Ludwig II of Bavaria. It was meant to be a castle for himself until he died in 1886, upon which time it was open to the public. Since its doors opened, nearly 61 million people have visited, and it's known that more than 1.3 million people visit each year. The castle was funded for a time by the king himself, instead of using Bavarian funds. And once he ran out of money to cover the mounting costs, he opened new lines of credit to cover it. It still wasn't enough, and he ended up hiring a bunch of people to protect him from a deposition commission tasked to take him in. They couldn't keep him from being taken though, and he was then placed under the supervision of Bernhard von Guden, the head of a second commission that helped in his capture. They both perished mysteriously in shallow shore water of Lake Stamberg on June 13, 1886. Still quite the fairy tale place though. How quaint. Number 11. Tomo Glowworm Caves. Wow, just wow. This super amazing looking cave can be found in the Tomo on the North Island of New Zealand and is known for its glowworm species called Arachnocampa luminosa. The species is found only in New Zealand, and the Tomo Caves hold a lot of them. The caves had been known to be there for a long time, but it wasn't until 1887 when an English surveyor named Fred Mace and the local Maori chief Tane Tinoaru decided to explore the cave system extensively. They found their way into the Glowworm Grotto, which obviously blew their minds. The grotto is now really famous, and visitors get to conclude their tour on a boat that takes them on the underground Waitomo River, where the only light in the place comes from the little glowworms. This place almost looks too beautiful to be real, but hey, I can assure you that it is. Number 10. Batu Caves. This giant limestone hill is located in Gombak, Selangor, Malaysia, and contains a bunch of caves and cave temples. It's considered one of the most popular Hindu shrines outside of India, and it is a local point of Thaipusam, a Hindu festival in Malaysia. The caves are thought to be around 400 million years old. However, they only became famous in 1878 after they were recorded by William Hamadej and colonial authorities Sires and Dali. There are 272 concrete steps leading up to the temple cave. These replaced wooden ones that were laid out in the 1920s. And the temple cave is the most popular of the various located in the area. It is large and spacious, and you can find several Hindu shrines beneath a lofty, high-vaulted ceiling. Number 9. St. Basils. This groovy-looking building is a church in the Red Square in none other than Moscow, Russia. It was built a long time ago, back between 1555 to 1561, and was ordered into existence by Ivan the Terrible. It stood as the city's tallest building for a time, until the completion of Ivan the Great Bell Tower in 1600. It was once seen as a symbol of the heavenly city, which happens to lots of churches in Byzantine Christianity, and served as an allegory of the Jerusalem Temple. The building is unlike any other in Russian architecture, with its flame-like shape. It's been part of the Moscow Kremlin and Red Square UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1990, and it has even spawned the scale model in Jaloiner of Inner Mongolia. Not surprising that people would want to copy it. I mean, the place is quite beautiful, right? Number 8. Paro Taktsang. Ooh, looky here at this beautiful place built right on a cliffside. While I'm not big on heights, some of you may enjoy this place. So let me tell you just a little bit about it. It's a prominent Himalayan Buddhist site, and it's located on the cliffside of the Upper Paro Valley in Bhutan. There's an old story in which Guru Padmasambhava, an 8th century Indian Buddhist master, meditates for 3 years, 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days, and 3 hours. And it's said that it happened where the temple complex is now located. Taktang literally means tiger's lair. This name is said to come from the belief that Padmasambhava flew to the location on the back of a tigress. Thus, the place was consecrated in order to tame the tiger demon. It is now the cultural icon of Bhutan. Number 7. Mont SaintMichel. Dang, this beautiful place is actually a big old island commune which is located in Normandy, France. This island has been used as a stronghold and gathering place for a long time. Initially, the site was a gathering place for followers of an Irish hermit who founded the site. In the 6th and 7th centuries, the site was used as an Armorican stronghold, that is until it was ransacked by the Franks. It once withstood repeated assaults by the Kingdom of England during the 100 Years' War, but the abbey was well fortified and fought the English off. It was once used as a prison to hold high-profile prisoners, but that was closed in 1863, and the site was declared a historic monument in 1874. It is now on the UNESCO list of World Heritage Sites and was placed on said list in 1979. It is now visited by more than 3 million people every year and has become one of France's most recognizable landmarks. Who's down to visit and possibly stay forever? Let's go! Number 6. Pamukkale. What? I just want to go to all of these places, I guess. Just check this one out. Pamukkale, which literally means cotton castle in Turkish, is found in, you guessed it, Turkey. And it is an entirely natural site. Here you can find amazing thermal springs, which has drawn the wary for hundreds of years. Mineral-rich waters foam and collect, spill softly over stalactites, and drop into milky pools, which are a significant tourist attraction and thousands visit every year. There's a museum to visit so you can learn the history of the area, and you can swim in the natural hot springs. Sounds perfect. Number 5. Glenfinnan Viaduct. If this place looks very fantastical and maybe a little familiar, that's probably because it is. Familiar, at least. Harry Potter fans, do you recognize it? Well, you should, because this railway viaduct was used in the films as the tracks for the Hogwarts Express. Where is this beautiful place, you ask? In Scotland, on the West Highland Line in Glenfinnan. This breathtaking stretch of track was completed in October 1898 and has been used to transport materials across the valley ever since. The viaduct itself has 21 semicircular spans of 50 feet and is built from mass concrete and does not contain any metal for reinforcement. It's been featured in more than just Harry Potter, too. It's also seen in a lot of film and TV series, including Stone of Destiny, Charlotte Grey, Monarch of the Glen, and Ring of Bright Water. I bet the view from the train on this track is incredible. Not to mention the view from the bottom up must be pretty amazing too. Number 4. Sea of Stars. Ooh, shiny! Phytoplankton is what you see glowing away in the water here. Doesn't it look like a reflection of the night sky? This incredible sight can be found on Batu Island in Ra Atoll, Maldives. You can also catch the unusual sight in Vieques, Puerto Rico. And the bioluminescent bay there is considered the best example of such a bay in all of the USA. If you want to experience a place with a real fairy tale feel, visit the Sea of Stars in the Maldives and treat yourself to a night full of all-natural bioluminescent magic. Number 3. Berg Park. This incredible park is found in Kassel, Germany, and it is the second largest park on a hill slope in the world and the first largest in all of Europe, with an area of 590 acres. Berg Park literally means mountain park, and it took 150 years to finish, with construction beginning in 1696. Since 2013, the park has been a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it is open for the public to visit today. The main attraction of the park is the Hercules Monument, which sits at the summit of Carlsberg Mountain, 1,726 feet in the air. This fantastic place has been featured in all kinds of literature throughout the years, and was even said to be possibly the inspiration behind this photo, which is photoshopped a little bit and shows a real church that's located in Budapest atop a stunning waterfall. Berg Park looks like the ideal place for a fairy tale, don't you think? Number 2. Avenue of the Baobabs. These trees almost don't look real. These big, beastly trees live up to 800 years and are highly respected by locals for their value as building material and as a food source. These trees are and have been threatened by deforestation for a long time, and in 2007, it was granted temporary protected status, and there are hopes that it will one day become Madagascar's first natural monument. As of right now, the area is not considered a natural park and therefore has no gate fees or visitor center, and the residents in the area don't make much off of tourism to the site. I say give it the natural monument title, charge a little fee for visits, make a small profit off of the place, as long as it helps in the preservation of these beautiful big trees. Number 1. Petra. Petra, an archaeological and historical city, is located in southern Jordan and was once known as Rakhmu. The city was established as the capital city of the Nabatean kingdom and is thought to have been founded as early as the 4th century BC. The first ever historical reference to the city came in 312 BC, when an apparently envious Greek dynasty decided to attack and attempt a ransacking, but the Nabateans were used to the desert, unlike the Greeks, and were able to easily defend their city using the mountainous terrain of the area. Petra was made a UNESCO World Heritage Site back in 1985, and it has remained as such ever since. Tourism is booming, and hundreds of thousands of people visit Petra every year. Just look at how magnificent the architecture is, and for it to be just carved into the wall as it is, it's incredible. How is this place real? It's been featured in lots of novels, films, TV shows, music videos, and even video games throughout the years. And no wonder, this place is perfect for anything fantastic. If you had a chance to visit any of these places, which one would you go to? Let us know in the comments below.